apply for some cards, right? Apply for some cards. Use these different strategies that you guys are learning within this community to be able to pull down. That's what we say out here in Charlotte, pull down on them cards, liquidate the cards is what I'm saying. If for anybody that's confused about the language. But yeah, use that credit, turn it into cash and start leveraging the cryptocurrency market. But at basic level, I would say start with just investing, get a fixed amount and start investing that amount on a weekly basis. This is going to help you with two things, right? One is going to help you with confidence because you are holding yourself to a commitment that's going to benefit you in the future, right? You're rewarding yourself by investing. That is a form of investing, right? And then the second thing that I would say is start learning how to do research about other tokens, other projects that you can invest in, because investing into a coin is only one way of making money in crypto. I want to be transparent with you guys. You can invest, a form of investing could be staking, yield farming, right? These are different mechanisms that bring you similar returns without all of the volatility of the markets, okay? So step number one, what I would do is if you don't have a wallet set up, right? I'll break down to you guys how to be able to set that up. There's a difference between like a hard wallet, a cold wallet, and a custodial wallet. Most of us, if you have Coinbase, Crypto.com, BlockFi, any of these are custodial wallets. That means that if it's a custodial wallet, that means you can participate with cryptocurrency, buying and selling, trading, moving it around, but you don't own it on those platforms. You don't own your crypto on those platforms. You don't own your assets on those platforms. Okay, Coinbase, Crypto.com, you don't own your crypto. If you holding it on there, you don't own those. It's just a wallet. Okay, you only own it when it's on either a hard wallet, which is a physical wallet like Trezor. Okay, and it's another wallet as well, Oculus. It's people. I don't want to get too deep. I'm a technical guy. I don't want to get too deep. But those are the three things you need to consider: cold wallet, hard wallet, okay, hard storage wallet, and custodial wallet. Most everyday average people are leveraging custodial wallets to start engaging with cryptocurrency, okay? Coinbase, Crypto.com, those are the most popular two, okay? When you get into leveraging exchanges, right? Coinbase it has an exchange feature, but Coinbase, the regular app that they advertise to everybody, is not just a crypto exchange, right? All it allows you to do is just basic functionality, okay? When you start getting into the exchange route, the KuCoins, Coinbase Pro, right? Different things of that nature. This is when you can trade crypto. Now, it's still a form of investing, but now you have a little more knowledge, more on the intermediate side where you're able to read a financial chart a little bit, and you can learn the, basic principles and functionality of an exchange dashboard where you're buying and you're selling, right? And when you're selling, I want to side note, please don't sell y'all crypto. Don't turn it into cash unless you have to.
Okay, so we definitely know we don't want to sell. You want to hold it for the long term, and if you
want to
need
hold
it, you can borrow against it, right?
Correct.
So speak on this right here. We don't want to go off too far off
All right.
trading because we know people, that's the next level. Most traders lose money. What crypto would you invest? Like, let's give them specific. What crypto would they invest in? How much money per week or something of that nature?
Good question, man. So it's all subjective and relative, man, to who the person is, right? And based off of your risk, I'm more on the psychological side because I do trade. Even if your preference or your skill level is not of mine, it's all practical approaches, man. You can sit here and say, hey, man, I'm only making, $1,000 a week. Okay, well, break that down, right? What do you normally do with $1? How do you normally break $1 down? What percentage of that dollar goes toward investing? What a percentage of that dollar goes toward your expenses? Break it down that way. Whatever pot you have for investing, right? If you're the most risk averse person and don't like to take a lot of risk, cut it in half. Use that. So if I got $2 to invest, I'm only going to invest $1. You know, it just leave it that simple. I'm not gonna get into dollar amounts because everybody's working with different paper. You know, we don't watch pockets, you know, but everybody's dealing with different dollar amounts. So I would base it off of percentages of what I already know I have available to invest. I would say for a percentage of mine, I would say 10%. Make sure that you invest in. I mean, right now I would be investing more, 20% preferably, but you know, don't invest, you know, 10% and you ain't tithing either. You know, I ain't challenging none of my church folk on here. I'm just saying, keep your steps ordered. You know, everything comes from the source anyway. We here for a good time, not a long time. But I'm just saying, 10% with tithing, 10%, 10 to 20% with saving and investing. The saving part could be saving up to invest either a lump sum or you just got a number that you want to save up to and you're investing as you get to that.
Okay, how about this right here? I want to give like a specific example. Let's say I'm new to crypto, new to investing. I make $600 a week.
Okay.
How much would you invest per week and where would you invest it to?
Good question. I would, taking the 10% rule, I got $60 to play with. Okay. With this $60, because there's more than just, let's say there's more than 1,300 coins, 13,000 coins, right? It's over 13,000 coins. I would look at the majors, right? So there's a term, and you know what? If I'm able to share my screen, I'll go in here and show y'all how we move. Okay. I want y'all to take down this right here. So 10%, we working with 600. So we got $60. Okay. $60, I would look to diversify that. I wouldn't invest all 60 into these coins. I would look for 3 coins that I can invest $20 into, or I would look for 6 coins that I can invest $10 into. Is that a good answer for you, bro?
That's amazing. I love that.
Okay.
That's a good one. Okay.
I would look.
Yeah. Let's give them specifics though, even on that. Which coins would you invest in? What would be your top 3? What would be your top 6?
All right. I'm going to tell y'all which ones I'm personally investing in. You definitely want to get Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. I would even say Matic, which is basically Polygon, Shiba, and Dogecoin. Okay. I'm going to say that again. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. Why am I saying Ethereum and Solana? Right? Because NFTs are on those blockchains, are on the Ethereum network, are on the Solana network, are on the Polygon network. If people are already using this coin to transact other type of value other than investing, right? If other assets are being exchanged on those blockchains, those have longevity attached to them. Okay. I will also say, you know, Flow, right? It's a coin called Flow. Have any of you guys heard of like NBA Top Shot? Okay, they're on the Flow network. So anything sports, you know, gaming and things of that nature, there's a lot of people placing their NFTs and their gaming and their blockchain projects on the Flow network. But Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Polygon, right? Or Flow, that could be a wild card 4th. Okay, 5th would be Shiba, right? NU, SHIBA, NU. That's not even a penny yet. That's not even really 100th or 1,000th of a penny yet. If Shiba goes to 2 cents and you invested $100 in that, you have over 6 figures in your crypto wallet for something that hasn't even reached a penny yet. Okay. And also I would say the last one was Dogecoin. And I'm gonna say Dogecoin because there's a lot of manipulation with the rich people with Elon Musk, right? These guys, I would just say follow the money. Follow the money. Follow these dudes that saying they rocking with this. Like go to Instagram, type in NFT, and then look up the top 10 pages that pop up at the top. Follow all of them. Put the notification on. And let the information tell you what's going on. That's what I do. Right? So I'm gonna go to this website, and this website is 2 websites that you can use to do research. Okay, you can go to a website. This is my favorite one, CoinGecko. And I'm gonna show y'all how to bust down on when it comes to crypto. Real simple. Okay, cool. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah,
we good. All right, cool, man. So let's zoom in because I know this stuff can be a little confusing, man. So, all right. So as you can see here in the top left-hand corner, there's over 13,000 coins that exist in the cryptocurrency market. All right. There's over 538 exchanges. And now the market cap, which was under, $1 trillion last month, is now back up above $1.1 trillion. Okay. We up 3.5%. What did your bank do today? What did your bank do this week? Nothing. That's why I'm telling you guys, like, it's important to learn about this because a lot of this stuff, all this model is doing in cryptocurrency and NFTs, man, is they're literally in a way kind of creating a way to debank the already manipulated and regulated banking system that we have today. A lot of the same mechanisms that we have inside of the cryptocurrency, it was derived from something that already exists, but was a manipulated and flawed system by the rich. It was only predicated around keeping the rich richer, right? Making the rich richer and keeping the poor person poor. The education is not that the education is not available for us. It's just that everything that we like to use that we're emotionally attached to really doesn't hold any intrinsic value in helping us level up ourselves or know what our worth is and all this other stuff. That's a whole nother conversation, but it's basically a distraction in a lot of words that I'm trying to say. It's a distraction. So it's up to you to be able to say, man, okay, I have this dollar. How can I help it produce one more dollar? How can I help these two create $2 more? These three create $3 or $4 more. That's up to you to figure out. But all this information is available. They're just not going to teach that at school. They're not going to teach because school was built around teaching people what to think, not how to think. So it's these groups, right? With Daryl and Jessica, when they host these communities, man, yeah, you pay a little fee because that's just sometimes it's a cost of doing business, but a lot of times it just costs time. I'm not getting paid to do this call. I literally just met Daryl about this week, to be totally honest with you. That's why I said, man, when you focused on the mission, then I can help you make a transition, man, because we want to help people make the same transition. I don't look to get my blessings from people. It already come from the Most High. So what everybody's doing on this call is kingdom building, believe it or not. If I sow into your kingdom, then you're going to go out and sow and create other kingdoms. But guess who's going to reap? We all going to reap because we sowing into other people. Somebody sat on a call like this with me, and I made myself disciplined enough and bored enough to actually hop on one of these calls, and it changed my whole perspective on money. You know what I'm saying? You know how somebody invites you to get on something, but you like, man, if it's one of them things, bro, I really ain't got time for it. It's like, nah, bro, these dudes on here spitting about this crypto. I'm like, well, yeah, I need to learn about that anyway. I ain't doing that. I pop on, dude giving me this game about all this stuff, showing this crypto wallet and portfolio. I'm like, how the hell you make, how is that, how's that picture of that damn little bird $40,000? It's like, what you made? What you invested $200 6 months ago, and now that bird worth 40,000? Where they do that? That was about me saying, where else does this exist? You know what I'm saying? So in this cryptocurrency market, ladies and gentlemen, when you use a site like CoinGecko, you can go to this website or you can download the app. You have another resource called CoinMarketCap. You can go to that website or you can download the app. The important thing that I'm gonna give to you guys before I let you go is just a simple like preface on what to consider when doing research on what coins you should invest in. Because Daryl asked a good question. Which one should you invest in? Right? We're not giving you guys financial advice. I'm gonna give you financial framework. That's what we good at doing. Right? We good at giving you a financial framework. So if you look on here, all of these listed from 1 to whatever, from the number 1 currency, is not the number 1 most liked. It's based off of how much money is invested into it, because you see it ain't based off price, right? You see that it's not based off of price. Give me 1 second. All right. So if we look at Bitcoin being number 1, Bitcoin's price right now in this conversation is 23,261. In the last hour, it's only down 0.2%, but in the last 24 hours, right? If you were holding this, your money increased 2.2%. If you left it in the bank, it didn't do anything. You know, the last 7 days, 2.5%. Okay. But this is why it's number 1, because of the market cap. Over 44 billion, right? In here, 44 billion. If you want to do research on the coin, then on this website, you literally just click on it and it's going to tell you everything. I want you to think of CoinGecko like a directory, but you know how most people analyze stocks, Daryl? They have resources that give them the background and the financials on that stock portfolio in that company. I want you to look at cryptocurrencies as projects, and there are people who own these projects, run these projects, and this is the website where you can do your research on how that project is performing. Drop a 1 in the chat if that makes sense. Thank you. So Merrick Moore, the other website is outside of CoinGecko is CoinMarketCap. Okay. So when I go inside of Bitcoin and I'm like, man, you know, why should I rock with Bitcoin? There's something that's called, obviously you could do your analytics, right? You could do your analysis based off of these analytics. Why CoinGecko gets a slight better edge for me is because they update their data in real time with no bias. CoinMarketCap, you can actually like buy like promo on CoinMarketCap. So it might not even really be a solid project, but if they got people that got the capital in the bag to invest to say, hey man, boost my coin up, to have me looking like I'm something that people should invest in, they have those opportunities. CoinGecko is just unbiased. It's just going to show you what stuff is as data is reporting to this algorithm. Okay. So you can see the market cap 44 billion. Okay. How much money in this market has been traded? 27 billion. Okay. But what I really want you to pay attention to is the max supply, the total supply, and then where the current circulating supply is. If you want to know what that means, you let's hover over this, right? Circulating supply means the amount of coins that are circulating in the market and are tradable by the public, right? This is comparable to looking at shares readily available in the market, not held or locked by insiders or governments. Okay. Total supply, the amount of coins that have already been created minus any coins that have been burned. Okay. Basically, anytime they say these coins have been burned, they have been removed from circulation. So why Bitcoin is a very, very hot commodity, is one of the top coins, if not the top coin you should own, is because of the total amount of supply versus how many is left. Right? How many people own Bitcoins? Well, what's the difference between 21 million and 19 million? There ain't a whole lot left. So when you own this asset and you own 1 Bitcoin, and for all my newbies on the call, you do not have to invest 23 grand to own. You need 23 grand to own a whole Bitcoin, but you can invest into a portion of Bitcoin to be able to own a percentage of it. And a percentage of Bitcoin is broken down into something called Satoshis. Okay. A percentage of Bitcoin is something the term is called a Satoshi. So either you own a whole Bitcoin or you own X amount of Satoshis, which is in other words saying that I own X amount of Bitcoin, a percentage of Bitcoin. That's a Satoshi. If I want to know the background and everything about the project and the coin, then I go, here are the websites that Bitcoin has. So if I want to learn about Bitcoin, I could click on this. All links are clickable. Okay. Here are the wallets that you can hold me on. Cold wallets, hard wallets, right? Reddit. I wonder, you see, now you see wallets on here, right? And you don't see Coinbase on there. Interesting. Interesting, right? Community, you can follow them on Facebook. You literally can do research about these things. But more importantly, what you want to pay attention to know if it's a good project or not is go read the white paper. This tells you exactly what the project is about. Every legit project has a white paper, has a total max supply, circulating supply, and they have website directories. If it does not have those, then you should not put your money into it. That's just my opinion, but that's just facts at the same time. Right? You want to know what is the background of the project? What is the use case? What is the utility behind why I should invest in these things? These are the terms that help you analyze if a project is a good investment or not. So a lot of this in this space, since it's so new, you're going to hear a lot of people telling you do your own research, as with anything, right? But since there's so few people that actually are well versed in this space, it's more so about you understanding what resources can help you gauge what's actually going on versus trying to ask Day Day and Ray Ray because they made a couple $100 on Bitcoin. You know which resources can help you gauge and educate yourself. All it takes is time. You ain't hurting nothing. You know, would you rather learn how to create another step toward wealth, or do you want to listen and watch entertainment and funny videos and people dancing on TikTok? I'm not hating. You can do both, but damn, if your pockets is hurting, man, I don't think nothing can be that entertaining. No.
Check this out, Melo.
Yeah.
You can go ahead. You can go ahead, Jessica.
You mentioned about, you don't want to take out money of your crypto. Once you're invested, you want to leave it. So how would a person, borrow against the money and things like that to be able to live? Like if you making a lot and you like, I don't want to touch it, but how do you safely access money?
That's a great question, Jess. That's a great question. And I'm gonna answer you, fam. Ski fire. I see you. What's up, man? We got any other Divine Nine on the call? What's good? Any other K's on the call?
I don't think
no.
So.
Yay, nay?
I don't think so.
Okay, man, you the chosen one. For sure. Okay, so here, I want you to pay attention to something, guys. There's something that's called stable coins. Okay? There's something that's called stable coins. Some of the stable coins you want to pay attention to is something like USD coin, Tether, BNB, right? Well, it's actually BUSD, Binance US dollar. Okay. Why do we want to invest? So I'm gonna put it to you this way. Break it down simple. We have something that's called stable coins. Stable coins literally stay at $1. They don't move, but it's still in the form of cryptocurrency. Well, I'm telling you not to sell your crypto, right? Because when you sell it, that's a taxable event. Okay, I'm not saying you need to avoid taxes. I'm just saying you need to be strategic if you actually needed to go back, if you're turning an asset into a depreciating one, which is the dollar, the US dollar. Okay, if I sell my crypto on these platforms, that means that I'm turning it back into US dollar. Whenever I turn this back into US dollar and withdraw this money, that is a taxable event. Just letting you know that right now. It's a taxable event. Instead, you want to keep investing into your nest egg, all right? And having a strategy for how you want to compile it, but also move the money around. So if we start experiencing bearish momentum like what we did a few months ago, earlier in the year, you should immediately been converting whatever. If you were holding Bitcoin or Ethereum, you can there's a feature within Coinbase, right? Let's just say Coinbase, because I'm assuming that most of you have Coinbase. There was a feature on there where you can buy, sell, or convert, right? When you press the convert button, you can convert that Bitcoin or Ethereum into a stable coin and it stays at $1. It doesn't move. That's like your crypto savings account when you don't know what you want to do with it and you don't trust that the markets is going to let you eat. If it's too questionable, convert your cryptocurrency into a stable coin. Does that make sense, everybody? Right? Let me know in the chat. Does that make sense? Right? Yes. Cool. Right? Somebody mentioned that FTX is paying really good for staking. Yes, staking is a form of being able to do this. And there's platform like Celsius or Nexo, right? Right now, Celsius is a little under, they're under investigation a little bit. Nothing too bad, but I think that is pretty good. Let me see. Sorry, we want to do Nexo.io. Okay, so not to get too granular with it. I know I'm telling you guys about a lot of things. This stuff is so robust, man, that we could go on for hours, but we're not. Okay, there's a website like Nexo or Celsius. These are like crypto banking protocols where it allows you to stake your cryptocurrency. So even when the market is like, if the market is too volatile and it's going down, just convert it to a stable coin and just leave it. You know what I'm saying? At least it ain't doing nothing, but it's still in the form of cryptocurrency. But when the market is kind of stabilized or consolidating, and as long as it's not tanking, these platforms like Celsius and Nexo.io will pay you something that's called yield, right? For staking your cryptocurrency on their platform. Why? Because the platforms that earn the most interest or advertise the most interest is because they have the most amount of crypto holders placing their money on their platform. So when how are you able to earn yield? Because you're able to earn yield because of the exchange and transaction fees that are happening within these platforms that you're placing your money into. There's a difference between staking my money into a platform and investing into it. If I'm staking it, there's a smart contract attached to it that says this person is contributing to the ecosystem, right? Let's just say that that's the word. This person deposited, 30,000 into Bitcoin, okay? But they don't want to really deal with the volatility of the Bitcoin market. Well, they decided to go stake their Bitcoin or hold their Bitcoin tokens on a platform like Nexo. And what Nexo is saying is that we'll go ahead and pay you a yield, right? We'll pay you a return, right? We'll pay you an exchange rate, or we'll pay you a reward for holding your Bitcoin on our platform. Essentially, that's all it is, okay? They have a way for you to be able to exchange or swap, but more importantly, they allow you to do something that's called borrow or collateral-based lending from yourself. This is a whole nother direction. That's what I'm saying. Get into the game. Because the same way that our financial tech or financial banking system is doing it now, but it's mainly for their favor, right? You can go ahead and invest into an ecosystem or a platform that allows you to be your own bank. And you can extract these funds when you want to, right? You can agree to lock your money up into certain platforms and protocols for a specific amount of time, but you already know what amount of yield you're going to get in return for that specific amount of time. Because they wouldn't pay it to you if you wouldn't take that deal if that wasn't one on the table, if that makes sense. So there's an agreement between you and the protocol and the ecosystem for the problems that it's trying to solve. Bitcoin and cryptocurrency are just crypto mechanisms that allow you to transfer your American dollar, fiat, or whatever your country currency is, into a digital format, and you can convert, swap, exchange that cryptocurrency, right? If I can't spend the dollar in Mexico because they got to deal with the Mexican peso, then the only thing that I can get the value exchange without having to do all these exchange rates and stuff is if that person got crypto and I got crypto. If he got a wallet and I got a wallet, amigo, send me X amount of dollars. You understand what I'm saying? and all I need is his wallet address. That's all I need is your wallet address. Go ahead, Daryl, you had something to say?
Yeah, I think it's real important to elaborate on the fact of long-term investment strategies, because most people, when they invest, right, they buy high, they sell low, and they're thinking about, okay, I'm gonna invest this $100, let me try to make 200, get that out or what have you. They're not seeing the advantage of the long-term holding or whatever, in a sense. So I think that's kind of what Jessica was trying to get at. Like, okay, you telling me to buy it, but I'm never selling it. So what's the purpose or what have you? So what I would say to that is that you never want to sell an asset, in a sense. If you own a home, you don't want to sell it. Let's say you own a home in the 50s and you sold it in the 60s. Like, what percentage did you really give it to go up? That's not how you build generational wealth, is by selling assets. You want to pass your assets down for generations to come. If you don't own a home, you own crypto, you want to think about, I'm going to pass that down to my grandchildren. Now they have something that's going to be worth a lot more. He showed you that it's only 2 million in Bitcoin left. So the supply is at a certain point, but the demand is going to continuously to rise, which means your asset is going to continuously to go up. Now, the strategy within this is you're going to borrow against that, what he's speaking about. Now you can put that money into another income producing asset, pay back what was owed while that equity continues to rise on the asset. So I just wanted to explain that.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. No, that's facts what he was spitting, man. So what I would say directly, man, I think I just got an alarm that I just got a text from one of my team members downstairs in one of my other offices that an alarm is getting ready to go off, but we about to see in less than like 30 seconds, I think. Okay, whatever. But yeah, if you convert your cryptocurrency into a stable coin, we know it's just going to stay. Stable coins stay at the price of just $1, so it's not moving. So you eliminating the risk, you mitigating risk from it just being in the form of cryptocurrency without you having to convert it into something. So that's a benefit of two things. One, you're not dealing with the volatility, but two, you ain't have to sell your crypto, even though it's not doing it. Because if you sold it, you was performing a taxable event, and you about to spend the money most likely. That's why I said don't convert your cryptocurrency back into cash unless you absolutely know that you're about to spend it. A resource that I would recommend to you all, right, that's still under the radar, is investing into some sort of mechanism or platform that has a crypto card attached to it that allows you to, convert that amount of crypto into cash, right? And a resource that I have is something that's called like Bitpay. I love Bitpay, right? I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but I love Bitpay. Crypto.com is cool too, but obviously the incentive is, to give you cash back, right? Give you cash back for some of your, for you holding your cryptocurrency or holding a certain amount of, they call it CRO, right? Crypto.com's token. So let me see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, here it goes. So Bitpay. Yeah, Bitpay, right? Bitpay is a debit card. It's an app that you guys can download right now. If you have a certain amount of Bitcoin or different things of that nature, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ripple, Ethereum, different stuff like that. If you have some of those major market cap coins on any of these platforms, you have a wallet address for each of those coins, and you can send it to this card. You can send it to your account, and you can order a physical debit card or a virtual one, because now these days we can just scan stuff with our phone. You know what I mean? Because it's technology. But you have a virtual debit card and a physical debit card. You can simultaneously say, hey man, I want to convert $50 of my Bitcoin into US dollars so I can spend it. If that company or merchant doesn't accept Bitcoin, then you can turn a percentage of your portfolio into, if not all of it, if you want to, you could convert it into cash, and it's instant. It instantly turned Bitcoin into the same amount of cash that you converted, and you can use your card right there on the spot. So it's been plenty of times I done bought stuff and people like, damn, bro, you spending crypto? Yeah, I spent it. But I converted it into US dollar to do it. So what I'm doing on here, to be truthful, this isn't a taxable event. Just because I didn't sell it. I converted it into US dollar. That's why I told you guys, it's about understanding what resources and mechanism you can convert. I would rather you convert it than sell it. The moment you sell it on these platforms that you didn't really own it in the first place, you'll learn that you're scamming yourself. How you got to pay taxes on something that you on a platform that you bought it on but didn't own in the first place? You know? So when you own a hardware wallet, a cold wallet, or like a BitPay account, this is like when you throwing some change on something and you just want to use a little bit of your crypto to pay for stuff. Hey, flex, you earned it. You did the smart moves with it. Do what you want to do with it, So BitPay is a good resource. Stable coins is a great, outlet for, the beginners to convert your money into, convert your percentage of your coins into, so you're not taking on all that risk and the volatility that's happening in the market. And when you start doing research on some of these coins, you tapping into these Twitter spaces, you listening to these podcasts, you listening to these clubhouse rooms, they're talking about coins that have potential upside. So now a resource where you can go research it, go look at the white papers behind the coin. What is it about? What is the vision of the project? What problem is it solving? It's all step by step, but if it comes by hearing it and being around these spaces and resources that can, empower you, that you feel like you're making the right decision. And it doesn't hurt to talk to other people about this stuff. It doesn't hurt to talk to other people that that's like doing well in this space. You don't always have to go to the best. Just create relationships with people that's in the same room trying to learn like you and start networking. That's what we all know how to do in the first place. Right? It's really just about positioning yourself to be positioned. It's that simple. So I don't really want to go into any more detail because NFT is a whole nother game. That's a whole nother session, but I hope that I gave you guys enough framework, within this time that we spent together over this last hour, to where you at least came across some new resources that you can use, right? Shout out to brother Daryl and my sis Jess for having me on the call. I appreciate y'all, man. I'll open up the call for any comments or any like Q&A or framework that you guys need.
Oh, thank you. We want to just say thank you so much. I know people are gonna jump if y'all ask some questions in the chat, but thank you first of all for sharing all this, because it's definitely, I know I learned a whole lot. I know a lot of people in the chat saying the same thing, because I didn't know a lot of this stuff, and it can get confusing online. You're watching, you like, I don't know what I'm looking at. So you really helped it kind of like narrow it down to know what you're talking about, or even know what you're trying to find out. So I appreciate that for sure. Mm-hmm. And Anicia says, how can we learn more from you? Yeah.
Somebody asked, how can they learn more from me?
Yeah.
Well, I would say, man, I'm a pretty approachable guy, man. I know that, with the success and all these different businesses, man, a lot of people like to assume that you're too busy and that they not as busy or they not as big. I don't know what people's mindset is. If I know I want some information, I'm tapping you on the shoulder. What's good? So I would say the best way to get it to me is like through either Facebook or Instagram. You know what I mean? Tap in with me. My Instagram is Wallstreet Melo, Wallstreet Melo _. My Facebook name is just Melo Haynes. So if you connect with me on there, like that's how you can learn more from me. I'll chop it up with you on a call, or, kind of, I guess I've been doing consultations lately for real, just for off the conversation, people telling me what they got, where they at. And based off of your temperament, I'm not going to throw a whole bunch of information your way. It's kind of like, hey, man, how do I get a lot of this stuff set up? I need some help. I got you.
Man, bro, definitely appreciate you big time. This right here has been a game changer. I learned so much. I didn't know about a lot of these resources myself, so this was really, really powerful. Thank you for your time. I do want to ask you like a speculative question regarding Bitcoin, just to kind of show people, where things are going and why it's important right now. What would you say, where is Bitcoin going? Just your opinion within the next 6 months, in the next 2 years, and the next 5 years?
That's a good question, man. So when it comes down to, speculation, man, I'm gonna have to share my screen again, because we are visual creatures. right? This is where the trading hat comes in, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, but we're not gonna talk about it from a trading perspective. We just gonna talk about it from a data perspective, right? Let's just talk about it from a data perspective. Give me 1 second. All right, let's just go to a chart. It is what it is. We can go tap in. We can tap in on a chart and we can look at the data to kind of be able to analyze what price has done, what we wanted to do versus what's really happening before it happens what we wanted to do. You know what I mean? That's the best way to give you a framework for that. So this resource right here, guys, is called TradingView. TradingView allows you to look up anything, stocks that y'all holding, right? If you got a 401k, I highly suggest you start looking at what your 401k is comprised of and start developing the skill to want to know what your money is invested in, because you do have the power to choose which index you might want to move it to, but they're not going to call you and tell you. They're not. Right? If you got a 401k, if you invest in the stocks, Webull, different stuff, TradingView is the most popular platform to be able to analyze what the hell is going on the news, what's going on as far as the financial reports, the data of what the market has done in history. You can look up stocks, futures, Forex, right? A lot of people thought Forex was a damn scam, and no, it's a market. You know what I mean? Crypto, people thought that was a scam. It's a market, right? Indices, bonds, economy, so what, so forth. So let's just look up BTC, and let's just look at, we can look at Bitcoin futures as Bitcoin, but I like to look at Bitcoin versus the dollar personally, because that's what a lot of us are using, if that makes sense. A lot of us use Bitcoin versus the dollar. So I'm gonna move some of this stuff out the way so I can answer Daryl's question. Okay, we're gonna remove some of this noise so you guys. Let's see. All right, let's delete that. All right, cool. So this ain't a trading session, but we just gonna talk to the team. We're gonna talk to the crowd. Have y'all been getting some value so far, man? I know I've been yammering for an hour straight. Well, I'm definitely gonna take a shot after this. Hey man, we regular people, man. Please don't judge me. We have fun, man. Right? But from the naked eye, all my people, don't be scared of this stuff, man. It's literally just bars going up and down. But overall, what direction is this going? If you're looking at this from left to right, what has this been doing? What trend has it been going? Down or up?
Down.
It's been a downtrend, right? I'm on a daily chart. So each one of these bars, red or green, is representing 1 day in time. So as you can see on this little X and Y axis, right? I'm not logging in TradingView right now, but all the way since what? November 2021, right? Ever since November, we've been on a downtrend since November last year. That's just what the data is saying. We're not getting into all the technicals. All I did was drag my little cursor over, and as y'all can look straight down, it has the dates at the bottom. Y'all see that? It has the dates at the bottom. On a daily chart, this is telling me day by day, this thing has been going down. Okay? So right now, that little percentage that you guys have seen with the market going up, the market really only been up. It's been ranging in between. Here, let's just do this. The market has been ranging in between right there. Let's just say it caught a little, it stopped going down from this point at around 17,000. This is where everybody's like, Bitcoin's going to hell. And then now price is going up, And this happened in June. From June to now, everybody's like, see, man, Bitcoin still has potential, because they don't see it going lower than 17,000. But overall, what has this thing had a period, had a pattern, right? What did it had a tendency to do? It did that right here too, didn't it? When it created a low right here at around 33,000, people was ready for price to just go back up to the moon and create a new high. When in reality, when it went up, it ended up coming right back down, right? And then it did it again. It stopped right here. Start going up. Y'all seeing the pattern of what's going on? Come right back down. So what do y'all think is happening right now?
Looks like it's going up, maybe.
Look like it's going up. But history has shown us that every time it went up, all right, it goes up. Again, I'm not getting into the trading jargon. I'm just showing y'all regular patterns. This is, if you look at this market, you can just say this is the sentiment of the marketplace, because this market is controlled by money and emotions, right? If I don't believe this is a good investment no more, I'm probably not going to hold it no more. More people that's not holding and putting money in Bitcoin, then the value of it is going to drop. Very, very simple. If people ain't using it, the value ain't going up. If people holding it, then the value of it slowly going to go down, because new money not coming in. It's basic economics, right? So this right now has a pattern and the tendency to say, hey, this thing could reach anywhere from 10 to 12,000. So to answer your question, Daryl, I had to just give you some data to support why I was about to say what I'm about to say. Right now, we've been on a downtrend, man. Prices doing nothing but creating lower highs. The only way we know that that Bitcoin is going to be ready to buy is when price breaks above a previous lower high. I just want to, again, I don't mean to talk in technical terms, but I got to let you know, if this was the lower high right here before it created a new low, then price needs to break above that lower high for me to change my sentiment to say buyers is really in the market. Because in a downtrend, price won't break above a previous lower high. You see that? When prices creating these lower highs, think of lower highs like steps going down, right? If I want to go back up one step, I got to step up to the previous step that I was at. So until price breaks one of those previous steps, we ain't in no uptrend. So the question is, do we hold our Bitcoin? Do we buy more? Absolutely, you buy more. You buy more because it's at a discount. But the question is, when you buy more Bitcoin and you can receive a little bit of the upside, I'm telling y'all right now, take into account of what I said. I know I said a lot. On Coinbase, there's a feature where you can purchase crypto, have it coming out on every week if you want. If you could do more, do you more. But you don't have to hold your money in Bitcoin. You can hold it in crypto. You can hold it in a stable coin. And when Bitcoin look like she want to act right, I know, I'm sorry, ladies, for referring Bitcoin to a lady, right? But if it's acting right, you can convert your stable coin back into Bitcoin and eat on the upside. And when you not confident in what it's doing, turn it back into a stable coin. If you have that basic capacity, you can just make money. And then when it's going, just let it ride. Sit back, relax, go ahead, go to, Dubai, wherever you want to rock, and just enjoy your wealth. Because with just hopping on this call with Infinite Freedom and the leadership of Daryl and Jessica, just through relationships, bringing people like myself who share this information effortlessly in a way, you know what I mean? But everybody that's making money in this space doesn't care to come back to the community and help them elevate, right? We already making our money. We paid our dues. Again, I'm all about, we all kingdom building. When Daryl was saying, hey man, hey, can y'all do this call tomorrow? I'm kind of like, man, look, my spirit never had the word no in it, but it was more so like, damn, do I want to shine by myself, or who else can I get with me? Let me make a couple calls. Everybody else was too busy. So I'm like, Bumper, Daryl, I got you. It's just gonna be me this time. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna be me under short notice. But when the phone rang, you know what? I call it reciprocity, the law of reciprocity. When I call Daryl, he gonna think about me hopping on this call. And I might not need him for no favor. I might just want to show him the love in front of my community. What's up? That's what we in right now, ladies and gentlemen, is the relationship economy. I like what Daryl said to me on the phone. Collaboration over competition. The crazy thing is, I knew me and this brother had some alignment because I posted that last month. I said, I'm definitely getting on this call. You got me. Our visions are in the line. We on the same frequency. So yeah, man, Bitcoin, I'm letting you know right now, Bitcoin is most likely going to go below 15,000, bro. And when it gets to around that 15,000 to 12,000, then I'm buying more. I'm loading up. Because at that point, we got some highs to break. Right? But until
do you mind zooming out to show them the bigger scope of it?
I got you. Yeah. I got you.
This may be some people first time looking at it. They be like, oh man, it's only going down. I'm not touching it. So, but they got to have a bigger perspective of what's going on, really.
Yeah, I'm gonna show y'all, man. Like, there's something called the life cycles, man. Right? The market cycles, life cycles, market cycles. As you can see, people were complaining back then when this happened. The market came up here, got up to about 65,000 and tanked. But we all know the saying, what goes up must do what? Come down. And what goes down ain't gonna keep going down forever. You got nowhere else to go but up. These same principles that we talk about in everyday life are translational to the market. This market is made up of money and emotions, people's emotions. That's it. So if there's some big mergers and big money, like the connection that happened with the Bitcoin blockchain ecosystem, if Bitcoin partner up with, I don't know, Tesla, hello, if the same people investing in Tesla, what you think they're gonna feel like they want to do with their money? They probably gonna invest in Bitcoin. Follow the money. You don't need a chart to understand that. You need to be aware of where these people that are talking about these things, where are they located? Twitter, Clubhouse, Discord, if you're a little more advanced with the apps, you know? But those are the spaces. So if you really look at what's been going on with Bitcoin, Bitcoin made a high after everybody had a fear and they were selling. It ended up going back up, and now everybody's pissed off that they sold. You got to stop looking at Bitcoin or all this crypto and blockchain technology as only a means of investing. You want to diversify your perspective when it comes to this, because just because you put money in it don't mean you the only one that put money in. When you was putting money in, somebody taking money out. When you was buying, somebody else was selling, and when you selling, somebody else is buying. Follow the money, but understand the market has patterns just like humans do. It's simple, right? These markets kind of move like a lot of our lives, right? We got times where it's ups and downs, and then we got times where we moving sideways where we don't really know what the hell's going on. All that matters is when I'm ready to invest my bread, what is the market doing then? That's all you need to care about. And then if it's not moving like how I want it to, what are my ways of pivoting? What are my methods or strategies of pivoting? I gave y'all one major one that don't require no effort. All it takes is for you to know how to use the app. Convert. If you can go to the convert button, when in doubt, convert your money into a stable coin. It just stays as crypto, and then you know, you can sleep at night because you don't feel like you losing money. Because you actually aren't losing.
How about this, Melo?
Yeah.
So scroll out like once more. So you made the point on right now in this specific time, we're in a downward trend.
Yes.
But I mean, you can obviously see in the big perspective, Bitcoin, usually goes up, right? It's in the upward trends on the whole perspective of things, right? So can you speak on why you feel as though it will continue going up in the long term, and like what type of targets do you project in the short-term and long-term future, as far as, possibly 5 to 10 years or something like that?
Okay, I got you, man. I would say over the next 5 to 10 years, if and whenever you start seeing, because there's two sentiments to this, not just off the chart, but just off of real life. When there are merchants, when y'all start paying for, Amazon stuff, and what's the new store they go to? Sheen, whatever Fashion Nova it was. When you start paying for this stuff in Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, that's the first wave of adoption. Y'all know that really don't nothing get adopted until Black people will really consume it. I'm just gonna be totally honest with you. It's other countries that have already massively adopted and made Bitcoin their main currency, bro. El Salvador, right? It's other third world countries that are already using cryptocurrency. How much money did the US send to Ukraine? And what form of the money was it in? Bitcoin. So it's that, were they investing in Bitcoin at that time? Probably so. But did they use it as a mean of investing into a country? No, they didn't invest. They sent support in a way that they could get the money there the quickest. That's what Daryl mentioned to you guys. Without all the barriers, Ukraine had one person with a wallet address that represented that whole community. You know what I'm saying? One wallet address. Ugh. Send me your wallet address, man, because we can't go. A lot of these banks don't really have that cash at the bank. It's all digital numbers. Okay. So I just wanted to share that with you guys real quick. Give me a second. Let me see what this is talking about. Is this saying I need to create me an account? I have one. But to answer that context for you, Daryl, right now on a wide range, on a wide perspective, I see Bitcoin going down to about 10 to 15,000. Why am I saying that? Because it was already there. And even though you see that Bitcoin is on an uptrend from a trading perspective, now I got to bring that perspective in. It's technically not in an uptrend just because of what has recently happened within the last year. Okay. Right. Overall, this thing is only in an uptrend. All right, I'm gonna give you guys some context. This thing is only on an uptrend. Okay, I still got it on here. Is my computer froze? No, it's not. Okay, cool. This thing is only on an uptrend, right? Y'all see all these like tops and bottoms and stuff, right? Y'all see that? Okay, price comes down, come up, broke down. Okay, so in this period of time, Bitcoin wasn't currently in an uptrend, even though overall this area is still higher than this area. So technically it is. You follow what I'm saying? In this point in time. Once price created this little bottom, we see that around, what price was that? Around 30,000, safe to say, around 30,000, it found some support where buyers were saying, hey man, we're not really trying to go lower than this right now. Let's go ahead and put some more money in here. Let's create another merger. Some positive things start happening to influence people to want to go ahead and invest. You follow what I'm saying? That's the emotional side. Because everybody don't look at the charts, right? They look at the data and the mergers and the partnership and the news. So price starts going up and creating this uptrend and created a high, the highest high, which eclipsed this high. Okay. But now, since price is breaking down below what the area and price that created this $70,000 run, there, we're below. You see that? We're below that 30,000 mark. Last time price got here, we was expecting it to take off and create a new high, right? It didn't do that. It broke below a previous low that created the highest high that Bitcoin ever made. So technically, Bitcoin really didn't go into a downtrend technically until it broke below that 30,000 threshold that made that 70,000. So right now we got to respect that until price start coming back above, this 25, 30,000 range, we still headed down, bro.
I understand what you're saying. I like your perspective as well, because you're looking at it not from emotional perspective or hope or wishes and none of that, purely based on the stats or what have you. We know that also it's been in a downward trend based upon the economy and inflation of different things of that nature as well. But I still understand where you're coming from as far as we need more adoption and use case or what have you. And some of that has to go into regulation before that real massive adoption can happen. So let's say that let's just say, for instance, some things, the best case scenarios that could happen with the right type of things swinging in the right direction. Let's say the economy starts swinging, adoption starts swinging, use case gets up. I guess we'll need a mixture of all three of those factors pretty much, in a sense, huh?
Yes, we will. And I'm gonna tell you what can help this out. You guys getting educated about this and setting up wallets and using Bitcoin, using cryptocurrency, engaging in this stuff. The more you use it, obviously with the motive of making more money, if you learn the technology, right, of blockchain, Web3, NFTs, when you start using cryptocurrency, because that's what you're paying for, that's what you're participating in, cryptocurrency. When you start learning how to make money with NFTs, how to be able to own rights to your creations, your art, your music, right? When you start using the technology for what it's for, you naturally gonna have to start using cryptocurrency anyway. That's the first stage of adoption, is when people start understanding how it benefits them. When people understand how it benefits them and you're educated, now you're not distracted or derailed by fear from what you don't know, or fear of what you think can happen, but don't really have no evidence that it has. When you listen to people losing money in crypto, bro, it didn't come from what they knew, it came from what they didn't know. Because I just told y'all something that anybody on this call that hasn't said anything about losing money in crypto on this call publicly, I gave y'all one strategy that y'all had access to, but y'all didn't even know what it was, which was a stable coin. Right? I had this one guy, I was at a cigar lounge, right? You meet a lot of OGs in there, big money, right? At the cigar lounge. You want to meet somebody in crypto and technology, go to your local either cigar lounge, hookah lounge. And Daryl said he out there in Little Rock. I know they got cigar lounges out there. Go to a cigar lounge and watch what type of people you'll meet. Bankers, all type of people in there, man. OGs, I just call them OGs because they in there giving game away. Be around the information, ask questions, not ask to receive information, put it out there as a topic. Hey man, what you think going on with this Bitcoin stuff? And they normally got the tie, they got the belly out, they got the whiskey. They like, well, look, man, I got about 40,000 in there, man. I lost. YOLO lost $200-300 don't feel like nothing compared to they 40 grand, 100 grand that they lost. Big money is in there, but start listening to the psychology behind how they're pivoting. If these people with way more money than you is holding and buying more, then why are you scared to lose your peanuts? Big money telling you that they buying more. Something to consider. Something to consider. Now, when you combine it with a little bit of education, you know how to read a chart a little bit, basic support and resistance principles, understanding market cycles, guys, you'll see that these things that's happening in everyday market and news, inflation, we in hyperinflation mode right now, but it's kind of going down, right? Gas is lower than $4 out here, at least. Okay. But at some point it was at $7 to $10 in other places when we really was experiencing hyperinflation. Okay. When the cost of the dollar here, I'm gonna show y'all one last resource, right? If y'all want to know, if y'all think that leaving y'all money in the bank and not taking our economy serious or not leveraging good debt like credit and stuff, I want y'all to know something. Like my little brother over here, Cordell, say what up.
What's up, y'all?
Right? This is my little brother over here, y'all. He's 21. And not telling my bro business and all that stuff, but at 21, My brother has over a 730 credit score. Did y'all have 720s and up? Was y'all even thinking about credit at 20? Y'all was getting advertised credit cards and stuff, but in school we was broke. So it's almost built for us to spend that and max that out and mess our credit up. Because most people, when we go to college where they advertising to us, we don't have income coming in most of the time as full-time students. Right? So a lot of the game and stuff that I didn't take advantage of in my 20s, 21, I think I was 21 going on 22 when I went to Henderson. You know what I mean? So I wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking about hooping. Hell, I'm getting a Pell Grant check. I'm chilling. I should have started a business, started establishing business credit. By the time I got out of school, degree for what? You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna go get certified in certain areas where I can get a job off the rip and not have needed that degree at all. And I got the credit and the resources to put myself in front of the right people to massage those relationships to get that job I want. Your degree don't get you that job. Your relationships do.
Absolutely. That's some gems right there. I want to go ahead and let people drop some questions in the chat. We don't want to take any too much more time, and then we're going to come to a close. This has been great. So if y'all have any questions for Melo, go ahead and put it in the chat, and we're going to get y'all out of here. Sure appreciate your time. This has been great. Anybody got any questions?
Anybody can ask anything, man. I'm open book. If I don't know it, I'll tell you I don't know. If I do, I'll answer. Y'all seen this before?
Oh, wow. No.
You want to know what's going on in your economy for real? It's a public data resource. U.S. budget deficit. Want to know what's happening with money right now? U.S. national debt. 30 trillion.
Wow.
30 billion actually. But, right? Look at the taxes. I'm gonna show y'all something pretty cool. Where is the, let me see. Savings per family.
Wow.
U.S. total debt, 91 trillion. Total personal debt. Credit card debt. These are numbers happening in real time, I promise you. So when you look at this stuff and you don't really understand what you're looking at, just put in perspective that your bank account don't look this big, but this is virtually what your money about to do because of the economy that you're in and the strategies you're not applying. If we speed up all of our transactions that we did from the top of the year, it would look like this. It would look like this. Look at the savings per family and then look at the median income. What does median mean? Middle.
Yeah, middle.
35 grand in America, median income. Is this considered poor? Middle class? It's definitely not rich. It's not wealthy. Where does this income fall? In the poor category. Poor, more poor than middle class. The only way to change this stuff, y'all, is not only to claim that you're financially literate because of the products you sell, man. It's really about understanding where your bread is at and where you can go with it. Any service that you selling is just a means for you to gain income. The real wealth is what you planning in. Just being real. It's not about how much money you make. It's about how much money you keep and how much interest you're able to earn off of it, man. That's the game.
We're definitely walking away 100 times smarter from this conversation.
So I wanted to share that with you guys. I promise I got no more gas I want to give. You know, But yeah, usdebtclock.org, that is a resource you can check out to be able to, you know, whatever service, if you're in the financial industry, that is a, you know, an interesting resource to gauge your audience's perspective on that. This is what our money, this is what's happening with the dollar. And if you're not making more, you losing it every day. And if your money's not making you money, you have 0% chance of building any type of wealth.
Wow.
That's it.
Thank you so much. Y'all drop fires in the chat if y'all are still on. I don't know, Daryl, you want to have any closing remarks and we can go ahead and get out of here? Absolutely. Yes.
He killed it. He killed it, man. This right here, this was the way we Financial Freedom Friday for real, man. Appreciate you so much. Man, I'm pretty sure this changed a lot of people, whole perspective on money, investing. You know, we definitely, you know, gotta stay connected. We got some big things on the way. So you guys definitely, you know, you'll be seeing much more of Melo. Man, blessings to you, 100%. Appreciate you.
No doubt, man.
You can close us out, Jessica.
All right, y'all have a good evening and stay safe, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good night.